And he'll throw it on first down. Sideline throw. Raymond out of the backfield, wrestled long. Second down and 10 at the 25. And they'll hand it off. Raymond, not a lot of room.
And first round draft picks right down the middle on all three levels. Caleb Downs is terrific.
Rutgers taking a shot down the field. And freshman having a terrific season. And they'll give it to him on first down, and he gets
step up for the Buckeyes here today.
After the loss of 2, second and 12 at the 25. Delayed handoff. Jackson with room. Look at the wiggle, and he'll pick up a first down. 15 yards.
Nice job right here, and I think a huge key for this Ohio State run game is that these running backs develop the ability to make one miss. You see a clean blocked run play a lot on film.
Game against UCLA, 15 carries, 112 yards and a touchdown. They give it to him again. Running left.
They played against Maryland, so they are a patchwork group.
Second down and 8. Sayan will throw it. Sideline throw, caught, not enough for the first. Down and 4 at the 46. Opening series for Ohio State. Sayan with time delivers to the sideline. First down, Max Clare. They're putting a first down for Ohio State.
This is a nice route by Adolph, the wide receiver, because watch, he's going to clear things out, and he's allowing Max Clare to get that space on the outside. Almost a little bit of a...
Jackson breaks free. Jackson, first down, tumbles forward.
Yeah, now another miss for Rutgers from a tackle perspective, and this is what Ohio State needs to do. There he's in the backfield. He gets some contact runs through it, and he's able to pick up the first.
Jackson comes into this game with 725 yards rushing. Around the corner again. Another first down by Jackson. First down at the 23. Here's the pitch. Isaiah West this time. Sayan drops it underneath. Ball caught. I tell you what, Max Clare is just a great safety valve for me.
Yeah, that's right. So he's going to act like he's blocking right there, and then he just slides through. That's man coverage. When you get inside the 20, Rutgers loves to use that man coverage. That's a great call by Brian Hartline, the offensive foul.
At the Rutgers 11. Here's a pitch out wide to Jackson. Turns it up. And
yeah, Henderson saves the touchdown here. Great job by that offensive line up front. You see up in front, Phillip Daniels, number 70. And Jackson just can't quite reach out for that goal.
Out of the I formation, first and goal at the 1. They give it to Bojack straight ahead, and he lost it.
Touchback, first down.
So as Jackson gets hit, you'll see that that football comes loose, and it's down, it's on the ground. He's definitely up. There's no doubt. What a huge turnover for Rutgers. Long drive for Ohio State, but a mistake by the young back. Scarlet Knights with the ball when we come back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And here's Raymond running straight ahead. Hopeful and determined that this Rutgers program is going to continue to get better. Second and 9, sidearm throw caught.
Momentum that their defense created with the turnover.
Third down and 1. Rutgers looking for that first down. Can they push the pile forward? It's rushing at 1,000 yards coming into this game.
Yeah, he's going to be a yard short there. So fourth down, and Rutgers will stay on the field.
And they snap it. Raymond breaks it back, and he won't get it.
Well, first the defensive line does a great job forming a wall, and then you've got all the flow from the linebackers in second level, and they're right there. McLean comes up to clean things up.
9 now for the Buckeyes on offense, and they run the reverse with Peoples.
Day showing some confidence in his young player.
Second and 4. Jackson, and he'll be tackled behind him. Here's Sayan with time. Sayan rolls out, buys time, and finally just steps out of bounds.
Working against 82, that's David Adolph getting a chance to play with Smith and Tate out. And there you see the hold as he's driving him inside. And that's the way that
Jackson straight ahead. Touchdown. Bo Jackson. yards.
I'll tell you, this is a great job by Luke Montgomery and then Bennett Christian. They're going to be pulling from the left side, the guard and the tight end. Watch them get these blocks. First, it's that hook block by Montgomery, and now Christian's coming in, and boom, that's the block that springs Jackson, and they're making a guy lined up as kind of a defensive end on the top.
First down at the 25. Kaliakmanis with time. Scrambles out of the pocket, throws on the move to the side.
The official removes his hat and throws it. That's a signal that the player stepped out of bounds, and again, not forced out of bounds. Couldn't recreate, so there he is. He steps out barely. I mean, that was
over 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. Second down and 10 of the 25. Kaliakmanis dumps it down, and this ball caught and out of bounds goes. Kaliakmanis sprints out. He'll try to get the first down himself, and he does. Kaliakmanis drops it down. Ball knocked away.
And he was sitting there the whole time. So here's Styles right here. And as the route comes out of the backfield, he's waiting for him the whole time. Ill-advised throw, pretty clearly incomplete there, as Styles was able to hit that ball right when it arrived, as Raymond was trying to get the ball outside, and Kaliakmanis.
Second and 10 at the 37. Kaliakmanis delivers the deep ball down the sideline and incomplete.
That's pretty good coverage down the field. First of all, Ikmanosin is on top, so he's got good leverage. And then as he contacts the wide receiver, he's able to let go and locate the ball.
Kaliakmanis. Nice throw, great catch, KJ Duff.
Take a shot to your big wide receiver.
First down to the 49. Play clock winding down. They get it off. Brown with the hole. 6. Samuel Brown remains in the game. Kaliakmanis. Play fake. Steps up. Oh, he gets.
Well, just a great job. First he contacts the tackle, and then he wins after the contact. Rips by him. Great job getting to Kaliakmanis, and the strength of that one hand, grabbing him by the jersey, Gus, like you said, and dragging him down with one hand.
8th sack of the season. 49. They're 2 of 2 on third downs on this drive. Kaliakmanis steps up in the pocket, wants to run it, and it'll go down. Kaliakmanis guns it. Incomplete.
And mismatch height-wise, and so here's the matchup on the outside. You've got Matthews and Duff.
Defense number 7, first down at the spot of the foul.
That one looks a little questionable.
Yeah, that's not a great.
Kaliakmanis with the handoff, and Brown. Here comes a blitz. They hand it off. Brown looking for daylight, bursting through. 5.
Yeah, he did a great job here of being patient. And then 54, Taj White. He sealed the edge, and Caden Curry couldn't get out there. And that's Downs that had to make the tackle.
And Rutgers stays on the ground. Brown's down at the Ohio State 30. Kaliakmanis goes through his progressions, drops it off, dislodging that football.
So Colin Weber right here, you wonder, does he ever have control? And no, clearly doesn't have control, and Styles was there for the hit.
Receivers, KJ Duff, Ian Strong, rolls out, dumps it down. Fletcher breaks the tackle.
Here's Fletcher, and that right shoulder bears the brunt of the hit. Wow. Last play.
Rutgers on a 13-play, 49-yard drive. Kaliakmanis. Incomplete. Got it up. And good.
2 and how they've played this year.
First down and 10 at the 35. And Jackson, and he's ambushed. Sayin under pressure, on the move, incomplete.
It's for really good coverage, and right in the hip pocket of Ennis. And these are always those plays, if you got Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, they always win on the outside. Ennis is a really good player, but he's not Tate or Smith. And is not playing great, in particular in pass protection.
Third down and 13. Sayin steps into his throw. Manis, the leader. He'll hand it off. Raymond with room. Raymond
has been able to move the ball just a little bit.
2nd and 2 at the 32. And Raymond. Rutgers 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. McManus goes up top. Incomplete.
I tell you, he had him there because he's behind the coverage and Downs is trying to recover, but he leads him way too far to the left. You could tell that Fletcher wanted to go more up the field, straight down the field, and he had Downs, who had come down because of that play fake and was trying to recover.
And the Buckeye offense started their own 2. They hand it off straight ahead to Jackson. They'll hand it off again. Donaldson this time, not a lot. The 6. Sayin looking underneath, caught, and a first down, Ohio State.
Comes back, he had the drop on the last series, and he comes back right here. Just a hook route right over the ball. And as soon as those linebackers get any depth at all, Sayin immediately goes to him right on the middle of the field. All his completions have been to the tight ends until that one right there to Adolph. So finally a wide receiver on the board for Ohio State.
The 2 tremendous receivers for Ohio State are out today because of injuries. Sayin again, got it away at the last moment.
I mean, he was so close to Sayin. He had 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and look, oh my goodness, he almost got that ball. That would have been disastrous for Ohio.
10 at the 15. Julian Sayin letting it fly now. Here's a screen. Jackson with space. And Bo Jackson, nice run after
that offensive line on that left side, in particular 51 Luke Montgomery. Watch Luke Montgomery. He's going to get out. There's Hinsman, the center. They get a block. 51 does a nice job. Adolph, 82 gets a block. There's Hinsman just shielding their guys enough.
Play fake. Sayin pulls it out over the middle, and it's caught. Claire, head of steam, midfield. Now Claire still running. Finally tripped. West, nothing. He gets knocked back.
52 already. In the last couple of series, it's been tougher.
2nd down, Sayin dancing in the pocket. Guns it sidearm, and it's caught.
Right here, good time in the pocket from the offensive line. You can see the coverage is tight, but look how accurate that ball is from Sayin. That's what I'm most impressed with when I watch Julian.
Sayin. Sideline, caught. Claire.
I'll tell you, he's going to want this one back. Watch Brandon Ennis right here, number 1. He beats the coverage. He's wide open. That's a touchdown. His arm is up. And Sayin had already left that part of the progression and goes down to his...
Keno sprints out that side, looking. Incomplete.
I mean, I got to tell you, this is fascinating. You put in a backup quarterback, you got a Heisman Trophy contender, but here you see that late. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Weaver goes in, hits him with the shoulder. The flag's going to come out. There's no doubt.
Ended 1st and 10 at the 12. Keenholz gives it up. West. And he'll go. 11th play of the drive. It started at the 2. Play fake. Sayin in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Ennis.
I mean, what a throw. It's a beautiful throw, and Ennis has that foot down. Does he maintain control through the process of going to the ground? It looks like he does. There's control. He's got that left foot down, and then he's just got to control it. He's got it in that left hand. Official is all over it.
The 25 for Rutgers. Handoff, Raymond, all sorts of running room. Raymond hit. UNC transfer. 2nd and 10. McManus pulls it down. Now fires back. At 14-3. 1:39 to go. Here's McManus, the deep ball. And picked off by Igmignosin.
Out the interception. So there's Houston right in the middle, right here, and you can see he gets his hands right up into the face. There's no doubt, right into the helmet of the center. Right side of the screen, there he is, right hand up into the face of Gus.
Here's the handoff. Brown tries to turn it back, and his
I mean, they're going fast.
Kaliakmanis, sideline, wide open target. Out of
Both went with the same guy. It's an easy completion.
3rd and 2 at the 40. Kaliakmanis in trouble and goes down.
Well, you know, a couple of drives for Ohio State came up short.
And they'll hand it off. Peoples out Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Julian Sayin has been checking that ball down to the tight end a lot.
Yeah, 5 for 5 to the tight ends. And oh, how about a little trickery?
That's a line ball's line. Picked up and out of bounds for Ohio State. Jackson on the edge. And Jackson close to a first down. Looks like he'll get it. Here comes a blitz. Jackson. And they gobble him up.
From this Rutgers defense.
2nd and 13 at the 19. Sayin guns it. Nice throw. Nice catch.
Excited to see Adolph get his chance here. He's just going to run an in cut, and he does a nice job creating a little space, a little contact at the top of the route, and then covers up that ball.
Jackson straight ahead. Ohio State. Julian Sayin drops it off. Guess who? Max Clare. Almost lost.
Side. And this is the end of the play as Clare, he gets hit hard. Rutgers is playing physical. That ball clearly out right there. And Peoples was the one that was able to jump on it. Officials are having a discussion on the footy, and it certainly affected this Buckeyes team.
1st and 10 at the 47. And the handoff west this time. Let's go downstairs. Play fake. Keynotes. Rolls. Delivers. Incomplete.
Wound up being a roughing the passer. Here he's rolling out to his right, and he threw this ball really late. Ennis was open for a long time, and then it's clearly behind him. He's trying to get there, and you see he takes the brunt of that impact to the ground right on the left shoulder. He reaches for it.
Sayin back in. Sayin off his back foot, leads his receiver, incomplete. Quan Raymond in the backfield. He'll throw it. Far side, nice toss, good catch, strong. Raymond. He will not get there.
Line, Taiwan Malone, watch him just stand up, number 95, along with Caden McDonald, just stand up those offensive linemen, and then there's Kenyatta Jackson squeezing down from that in position.
Brown, leaning, it will.
Well, he's huge, first of all. He's 6'3", 326 pounds. I think he's actually the key to the defense, number 98. You know, you think about those old Patriot defense.
Rutgers picks up the first down at their own 11 with some breathing room now. Another run. And the 12. Make that 2nd down and 9 at the 12. And hit. Loose. Curry.
1st and goal.
Well, here he is around the edge. Great rush around that right tackle, and he gets to the arm of Kaliakmanis. Ball is out. And now he's got a little scoop, and they say he's just short as he hits the ground, spinning over the top of the offensive lineman. That was Tyler Needham. So here's the ball out before the hand is moving forward. So that's a fumble. And now it's a dash to the ball. He gets it. And was he across the goal? Oh, that's close as his butt hits down. Was that touching the goal line?
He looked like a break dancer.
He did. Busted up a monster here. That's his 9th sack of the year.
1st down and goal at the 1. They run it with Donaldson making the tackle.
Yeah, this is just fast flow from these 3 guys up top. And no one gets there. And it's a bad read from Donaldson. You see the block from
the deep man in the I formation. Play fake, Sayin looking. End zone. Incomplete.
On the previous play, so he had to leave. So 78, Onionwa, he's in there, and watch, he gets beat to the right side, and then he just grabs the defensive lineman, and now Ohio State has to move back outside.
Sayin to throw. Under pressure. And incomplete at the 11. Sayin. End zone. Wide open. Touchdown. How did Max Clare get so wide open?
Well, Clare comes in motion right here, and once he's there, they just lose him in coverage. And it looks like it's man coverage right there, and they get a little pick play, and it's a great job by the outside receiver, David Adolph.
And they'll hand it off. Raymond. Now you have 7 Heisman Trophy winners for Ohio State.
That's kind of where my head's going. I don't know. I'm stumped on
We
this
just
one.
don't know. And Rutgers to throw it. Caliet Manis in trouble and just gets rid of it out of bounds. 9. Far side throw. Nobody. Let me take you to East Lansing in February. I'll show you freezing. Jackson. What a hole. And Bo Jackson.
And that's a big run for Jackson.
15 carries, 95 yards for Jackson. He runs it again.
Buckeyes.
2nd and 7 at the 48. Sayin wants to throw underneath, and it's caught by Max Clare. Oh, Max Clare. 4-yard pickup.
He's trying to get the hurdle 2 weeks in a row right here. James Peoples hurdled a UCLA defender, and he scored. And Max Clare, he gets tripped up right.
Sayin with time. Incomplete. Of course. No, I'm just going to be the executive.
I see.
You're calling the plays. Jackson.
To develop into what becomes like great NFL wide receivers.
3rd down and 9. Sayin. Incomplete. And he called for the penalty.
Yeah, you know, here's the deal. I get it. There's a lot of contact, and he pulls him away. But that ball is thrown so far behind him. You know,
Jackson, the single setback. They give it to him. And he's wrapped up.
Season.
2nd and 9 at the 10. They toss it out to Jackson with blockers. Cuts it inside. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Got to give the left tackle a lot of credit. That's Austin Sareveld. Watch Sareveld out in front, and also the tight end. That's Max Clare. Clare's the first one to contact. He sets the edge. Sareveld 1 block. Now 2 blocks as Jackson cuts back inside and is able to find the end zone.
Here's Benjamin now. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Here comes a blitz, and it's Caleb Downs.
And tell me this is not NFL stuff right here. Look where he starts, Gus, and he's just going to run all the way into the middle of the line of scrimmage. The back usually has to have that, but how do you see that if you're a running back lined up on the opposite side? He comes from so far here, Nagurski.
3rd down and 18, incomplete for the Giants, Broncos, and Falcons. Here's Sayin to throw it. Excuse me, Keenholz.
But it would be a Lincoln Keenholz deal where he's athletic enough to do it like this play right here. A nice little quarterback design run. And you see Gus right there. That's what they might.
1st down. And a handoff to West on the road. 2nd and 10. Keenholz with a burst. Keenholz. Nice cut. And he'll dive down.
Clearly caused this one as he cuts back. You can see he's headed down to the turf, firmly in his control until the ground hits. But that's a style of run that they're going to need. And you mentioned, you know, yeah, he lost the battle. Good stiff arm on the outside. There's no doubt getting around the edge. But he lost the battle. But even after he knows that, they will.
West on the edge. Down the sideline. And knocked out of bounds.
That's run game. When they can run to the left side towards tight ends and those guys on the left, they can seal up that edge. This is called a stretch play. It's like a wide zone running play. And when they can run it to the left, to the wide side of the field, that's their best run game. And Isaiah West is their huge hole.
Keynotes. Incomplete. Second and goal at the 5-yard line. Donaldson.
Straight ahead run. Donaldson, a big back, transferred in from West Virginia. So we'll have to figure out the flag, as well as did that ball get to the goal line before he was down. It certainly looks like it did. That elbow comes down.
On the field is the runner who's short of the goal line. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 70 is first of the game. 15-yard penalty.
Here's send it away. And they'll start from the 15. Black.
Has been good. Claire has been good. Defense has been exceptional.
First down to the 29. And it's Raymond. And they want to throw it over the middle. And a nice pitch.
The run game wasn't there for Rutgers. They were great in coverage on the outside.
Here's Raymond.
Nice run there. And then the
Raymond. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They throw it. This time, Fletcher. They run it left. Raymond. They'll go down.
and run it for 1.5 yards per carry.
2nd and 6. And incomplete. But
Pass interference. Defense number 7. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now he just catches him right there, and it's such a tough matchup because I mentioned it earlier. Jermaine Matthews is only 5'11". KJ Duff is.
play fake. Fletcher.
Nice play on the outside right here. They're trying to go back to that same play they ran earlier on the series to the other direction. Play is short.
2nd down and goal at the 1. And touchdown, Antoine Raymond.
Otto's team, they're just never going to quit. They're never going to stop fighting. That's what he expects out of them. Nice job by that offensive line.
Kaliakmanis. And picked off. In the game at QB. Here's the handoff. West.
Off with a win, you know, so I tell you, just like all the stakes in the world.
Keenholz drops it off. And this time. West.
With Oklahoma firmly inside of that top 10, I think Michigan would go.
And here's the run for Peoples down the sideline. And he will stroll into the end zone for a touchdown. 49 yards.
It's never stopped working. He kept a positive attitude. And I tell you, late in the season, he has turned into a really good option for this Ohio State team and provided them with a lot of depth out of that backfield. Look at the explosiveness on the outside. That offense in the country.
Rutgers keeping it on the ground. Benjamin.
I'll tell you, that was some of the best football that we've ever seen.
And Benjamin. It looks like he's going to be a fine NFL player. Now A.J.
Deficiencies. The problem is they're just hard to kill.
I remember Kirby Smart saying the year they won the national Rutgers. And he hands it off. Benjamin will not pick up the 4. Benjamin cuts it back and will not get it.
Probably another 4, maybe 5.
Wow. Sonny's older brother